All right, so first things first, let's let you see it crank. 0.5, there we go. Nope. See, it doesn't have much flow back. Not sure if I'm going to catch this on camera, but see the AC compressor is turning on and off. I have no idea if you'll be able to hear any of this. I'm going to sit here and let it run for a second since the AC is running. That way you can see the condensate build up on the evaporator. But, got to blow out right here. On this side, I have not polished. This is how they look when I got it. I didn't finish polishing that one. I did get this one to a near mirror polish. All I did was use a headlight restore kit. You can see on camera the condensate's already starting to form right here because it's cold. Okay, that's enough. It's the interior. It's not ripped, but the seam in it came apart. Just needs to be laced back up. Under seat, you can see it used to have a sub kit installed, and that's my shadow, not the carpet. Carpet's in pretty good shape all the way around. No holes in the carpet in your normal wear spots. Now, I do drive this every day, so the interior has gotten a little dirty. Center console with all kinds of paperwork. That seat's good. Power locks work. Power windows on both sides work. Let's go ahead and turn hazards on. That fender was the one that was replaced. I just pulled it from a junkyard, which is why this fitment isn't the best, because the one I pulled it from was a wrecked truck. And I didn't do the best paint on it. Intercooler and all that. New alternator. New fuel pump down in there. It's got the Banks twin ram intake. It's got an aftermarket exhaust manifold also by Banks. It's got heavy duty exhaust valve springs, upgraded injectors. See back there you got the Banks twin ram, or not twin ram, but ram brake. That's not a dent, that's just a shadow. Had a blowout. I repainted this on the other door. I did not paint it on this door. Which, when I say other door, I mean the one that I had on here before. This is off of a different truck because that door had a big dent along this side with a crease in it that couldn't really be fixed. Tailgate, I replaced. Other one had a big, looked like a telephone pole fell on it. When I bought this one, it had this nick and this scratch in it. And then I ended up dropping an engine. Second. On the back. And dented it right here. Bed. It's got the stock bed liner, which is coming off because it's wore out. Got a spare tire back there. I know I've got a bunch of tools and shit back here, so I apologize for that. It used to have an auxiliary fuel tank in it, but when I bought the truck, that was leaking to a point where I didn't feel like fooling with it, so I got rid of it. It's got a little dent right there in the bumper. And a little dent right there. The airbag light is on due to the clock spring in the steering wheel getting messed up when I got the alignment done. The roof's got 2 bolts in it. I don't know what those are from, but it doesn't leak or anything, as you can see in the headliner. Need to put a grommet right here. I never put a little finishing grommet for the air horn. The air compressor does have a slight leak on the pre-bag side. So before it gets to the bag, the air compressor leaks down. So I usually have the fuse pulled so it's not just out here kicking on running when I'm not driving the truck. Get down here. It's a little tiny air tank. It needs a bigger air tank, not just to be honest. It's got the classic little tiny drip at the bottom of the oil pan that all the Cumminses do because of the way they engineered that freaking O-ring gasket on it. It's got new batteries in it. I replaced those earlier in the year. Also replaced the fuel cutoff solenoid, the fuel cutoff relay. What else did I replace? The fuel pump, mechanical fuel pump down in there has been replaced. All the sensors for like boost, DGT and stuff like that I replaced when I put the new gauges in. I replaced the washer reservoir because the original one leaked. It's just another scrapyard special. It's got a recent oil change. It's got about 2,500 miles on the last oil change. Don't quote me on that. I gotta look at my manual and see when the last time I did that was, but it wasn't long and I hadn't driven the truck in 3 months because I was on deployment. Tires are in good shape. These have been on here for about a year and 2 months. That's the first thing I bought for the truck because when I bought the truck, the tires on it were all dry rotted. Bags are in good shape and hold pressure. I put 20 pounds on this in the bags before I went on deployment and they didn't need to be refilled when I got back, so they don't leak down at all. I'm horrible with the camera, so I apologize. What else can I tell you? I ain't already told you. It's got a little antenna for CB radio that's not installed. Oh, there's something. The bag controller need a mount because when I bought it, it had an old mechanical gauge and was mounted up in the dash in a hole where the used to have that slot I told you about. But I just put it under the seat, and if you put a mount right there, you'll be able to just reach down and control it. one of the things I would like to show you real quick, and one of the things that's one of my pet peeves, is when I go to wire something, and when I went through the wiring on this truck, I'm trying to find a good example, I don't use the little freaking clamps, little pinch clamps. This is for the jake brake. Anything that was wired together was soldered and heat shrink to protect from the elements to make sure it's not going to go bad on you. I don't like rewiring things. But all the wiring that's been done to this truck has been done 100% correct. It's not going to have problems. And there's another jet. Live right by the Navy base, so they're doing flight ops. Replace that. That's new old stock. Of course, replace the cab or the dash cover so there's no cracks or anything on that. The jake brake I have wired up right here, so it's just a little push button. It's got a South Bend clutch, stage 5 clutch in it. Those new are about $2,400, but with this clutch kit, if you send it out to South Bend Clutch, they rebuild them for $600, which the clutch is in great condition. They don't slip, it don't stutter, it don't do anything like that. It has a new clutch master cylinder and slave cylinder and hoses. I bought it all as a kit to already bled and put together. Let's see. This door, you look on the side, you can see it's dented right through here. Main reason I was replacing it is because when I changed the mirrors out, it had the big tow mirrors. I didn't want 4 holes in my door. So, I have a new door, which you've already seen that. This is not the stock glass that came with the truck. This window was busted out at one point while I was at work. Somebody stole my laptop, so I had to replace the glass, which I just pulled it from the other door. It's nothing fancy. Fog lights work. All the wiring's good on those. Those are just some eBay headlights because that one was cracked. And they don't look half bad. They're actually pretty nice headlights. I have the new decals that come with the truck. Not badges, but they're Ram 3500 decals to go with it. So that when you put the new door on, you get painted up nice. You can put those on. There's a Laramie SLT interior package. The exhaust is a Diamond Eye 4-inch stainless steel turbo back exhaust. Oh, there's a dent right here in the bed. I just ain't touched that up. And of course, the camper shell's not in the best condition. It was something I just bought used off of Facebook Marketplace so I could have somewhere to lock my tools up. Other than that, if you got any more questions, man, just let me know. Anything specific would be helpful because that would give me more of a direction on where to go with my answer. But yeah, she's clean, and now that I've actually washed her, I kind of don't want to sell her that much. But she's not practical as a daily driver anymore with my current profession, and I need to get something else, something smaller. Probably still diesel though. Anyways, just let me know.